good evening, good morning. I guess depending on what time zone you're in. I wanted to talk a little bit about VA benefits on Veterans Day. I have a family member who's in a VA facility right now, and he has had 7 ankle surgeries this year. He's a veteran from uh, during the Vietnam era. He joined in the 1960s because he was about to get drafted, but he did volunteer. He did a tryout for um, Air Force Big Band. And I will talk more about this tomorrow. I will make a full video, but if you get a chance, look at uh, the reviews of any VA hospitals. Look at on Google Maps. Look at the reviews on Google, I think most hospitals on Google Maps, they have hospital reviews. Look at that. And then also look at ranking. I think most states have ranking on hospitals in the United States. VA is never in the top 10, top 20, top 50 even. Um, I'm familiar with 4 states that I've been, well, I'll take that back, 5 states. But the main states that I know about the VA hospitals that I've seen, one is Kentucky, 2 is Arizona, 3 is Colorado, and 4 is uh, California. And there's one more state, but I can't think of it right now. I will remember it tomorrow. I've only seen out of 4 states, each state usually has at least 2 VA hospitals. I've only seen one in the United States, in the 4 that I've seen, 4 states that I've seen. The VA in Tucson, Arizona has a high ranking. The one in Phoenix, Arizona, they managed to, every 2 to 3 years, get a new CEO or new person in charge of the VA hospital in Phoenix. In 25 years, it has never improved. That hospital has never, ever improved. And a lot of people give lip service on Veterans Day as to thank you for the veterans, we remember you. But nobody ever asks veterans, what can we do to improve the Veterans Administration? What can we do to improve the services that you're getting? Are you happy with the services that you're getting? The VA hospital in Arizona, it was so bad, and it's so bad right now. They have a policy, and I understand. Arizona has a large homeless population. So does California. Both states, their veteran hospitals have gotten sued, and the one in California, they won the lawsuit several times over because of how bad the homeless issue is in California. With veterans, I can vouch for it because I've seen it in LA. Personally, there's a lot of homeless veterans out there. And I've also seen it in Arizona. And the issue is in Arizona, Arizona has, I think this year has had the highest record number of days that are over 115 or 120 days that the temperature was only over 120 degrees or 115 degrees. It had, I think, 120 days of in a row of above 115 degrees. So when it gets up to 115 degrees, for those of you who don't know, and it's continuously 120 or 115 degrees for more than 10 days or higher, when you fall down, you can get burns, first or second degree burns. skin burns. So that means if any veteran, homeless, was to fall down and it's on the ground for more than, I think it's either 3 seconds or 5 seconds, don't quote me on it, but anything for sure over 5 seconds, you get in the burn, uh, and where you have to go to the hospital for it. And so the Phoenix VA has a policy now where if somebody is outside, not inside the building, but outside in the parking lot, anywhere in the parking lot of the VA. And if they're a veteran, U.S. citizen veterans in the parking lot, if they have any kind of a medical emergency, regardless of what it is, they cannot be provided medical care. That's their policy. Today is November 11th, 2024. The policy of the VA in Phoenix, Arizona is with the state that we got the most amount of record number of days over 115 degrees, that anyone who has an emergency, medical emergency, who's a veteran U.S. citizen in good standing, will not get medical help. This happened this year where a gentleman was having a heart attack. The VA refused to do anything, the employees. One person against regulation tried to help this guy out. Somebody called 911 and the fire department had to come. They had to take him. They cannot even, the fire department and the rescue teams could not even take him from the ambulance into the VA ER. They had to take him to a different hospital. That's precious time. This gentleman was having a heart attack, who was a veteran, mind you, and a U.S. citizen. That's precious time that this gentleman ended up dying that day in the hospital because the VA could not be bothered to help him out, even though he was in a good standing, had full benefit, VA benefit, health benefits, and was having a heart attack in the parking lot. But because the VA's policy is we will not help you in the parking lot, this man died. Now, I'm not a doctor. I cannot for a fact say if he had been transferred to another hospital, if he had been immediately helped, he would have survived. I can't say that. But his chances would have increased. I can't say that for a fact, that his chances of survival or improvement would have increased. Now, by what percentage, I can't tell you because I don't have the gentleman's medical records. I'm not a doctor and I don't have access to his medical records. But he may have lived or lived longer than one day had he gotten help immediately. Why are we letting veterans die? They go to war, they serve this country, they do everything that is asked of them as a human being, as an American citizen, and yet they come home and the Veterans Administration can't have the common decency to give you help when you're having a heart attack on U.S. soil, on the grounds of federal land, on a VA facility in the parking lot, and they can't bother to help somebody? How is that an American thing? How is that? And this doesn't happen just under one administration or under Democrats. This happens under both party. And I'm a Democrat. For anybody who doesn't know, I'm fully Democrat. But I can tell you that neither party has done anything to help out. And now the only difference is the other side, the orange red party, is going out of their way to cut benefits. But the Democrats are not cutting the benefits, but they're not also doing anything to improve the benefits. If you have any questions, please put it in the comments for me. Um, I will have more details as to, and everything I tell you, I'm not saying things that I don't know or I'm guessing. I'm telling you everything that is factual or personal experience. I've had personal experience in having being an advocate, being a family member for the VA administration, in dealing with them. And I will, in tomorrow's video, I will tell you more about what's been going on this year. And this has nothing to do with politics. It has to do with our nation as a country, um, not giving a hoot about veterans. And I'm sorry to see that. As a country, we can do better. We should do better, and I hope we will do better. I think uh, some type of service should be mandatory, whether it's in the military, whether it's doing uh, help with volunteer work for 1 year when you get out of high school or when you get out of college. I think everybody should do uh, some type of, even if you don't join the military based on religion or health reasons, I think people should do some type of volunteer work to help people for at least 1 year. I think that would, uh, and that volunteer work could be to help the veterans. I think that would have a much better appreciation for what the veterans do. Right now, this country has absolutely doesn't give a hoot. It has it hasn't given a hoot for the last 30, almost 30 years that I've known personally had dealings with. So for almost 30 years, I can vouch for the fact that the United States government has absolutely done nothing. None of the administrations have done anything to help the veterans, take care of the veterans, do anything for the veterans. So if you have any questions or comments, please add them on. I will answer it. And I will see you tomorrow.